What's going on, guys? Mikey Messina here with Mikey Daily Carry, and today we're checking out something that might actually challenge one of the most used pieces of everyday carry, and that is my trusted, have it on my hip, Leatherman Arc. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that the Leatherman Arc lives on my hip almost every single day. But Roxon reached out to me and sent over a few pieces of their Flex modular multi-tools. So we're gonna check this out and see what makes this system interesting and the concept behind it. So instead of carrying a multi-tool with a bunch of tools that you might use, you can carry a multi-tool built around tools you actually use. So today I'm going to show you what Roxon sent over, explain how their modular system works, and talk about whether this could realistically replace the Arc in my everyday carry. Now, quick disclaimer, these items were sent to me by Roxon, but as always, you're going to get my honest opinion and thoughts. So first, let's talk about the idea behind Roxon's modular system. So opening this up here, looks like we got a few tools that this already came with. That right there is the mini flex companion. So that's going to be this little guy right here. And then this right here is going to be the flex companion, which is the bigger brother to the mini flex companion. And I got this in black and green. So very small tools, as you can see. And how this works is, so to deploy them, you got to push this piece forward, and that actually deploys all the tools. And then to take these off, you pretty much got to pop that back out, and then you get each tool and you pretty much take them off this spring right here. These as well. So right now they got like these plastic fillers. So you can even use these plastic fillers if you want to put a tool in here and you don't want to put anything else. You can do that. Set that trash aside there along with the instructions. I don't really like looking at instructions. That's just me. On the tool itself, this is it right here. And I noticed that right over here, you got a toothpick. So it's kind of like a competition to a Swiss Army knife. And then you have your bit driver, which is, oh, there's also a locking feature. Okay, so this one already has tools. So I'm gonna show you this one right here first. How you use it is you do that, and then it deploys all the tools, and then you just got to pick the tool that you want to use. So this one has a little package opener. It also has a bottle opener, and it has scissors along with a knife. Now what's cool about this is that they actually sent me a left-hander's knife. It's going to be this guy right here. So let's open this up. Let me use that knife that was included here. Okay, I believe the steel on this is D2. Yeah, D2 steel. So it comes with a left hand and a right hand blade. These are the extra key sets that they sent over as well. That's awesome. Boom. And this right here is like a little ruler. There's another key. So they gave me 2 keys for the large version. Or no, they gave me, oh yeah, 2 keys. They gave me a blade. It's a real simple concept. So you get the blade and then you place it here until it clicks. And then once that's in there, you want to get these other tools and you want to get those in there as well. So I got that in there. Then I'm going to get these keys to go in here as well. And then I got space for one more. So I'm going to use this spacer to place right in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and boom, lock that into place. And now that's how that looks. So let's take that off the blade. And then what I'm going to do is, so now I have all the pieces in here. And then I hit that out. That actually reveals all of your tools. And then you can just pick which one you want. So if you're like walking to your door and you're like, oh crap, I need to, boom, get my key out. Well, you can get it drilled and then get the specific key you need to open your door. To deploy it back, you just use that back option. So forward, well, the knife is already positioned to left hand. And then I think that's actually to lock it in place. So that way, if you don't want to accidentally, you know, get this out and then have this all loose, or you hit that, see, I can't move this. So now I take that safety off And then I'm able to, boom, get that back into place. This is really cool. I like the concept behind this. Let's check out the smaller version. This thing is much smaller. This one also has pliers. Okay. The pliers for this one is going to be right here. Boom. Yep. Looks like they're the same size, or just about. Those are the two Flex companions. So you got the Flex companion, which is the large version, and then the mini Flex companion, which is right there. Let's talk about this. So now that we open this up and unbox it, let's talk about Roxon's modular system and the idea behind it. Well, the biggest difference between Roxon's Flex system against all other multi-tools is truly the modularity. Most multi-tools come with fixed set tools that you really can't switch out. Well, you technically can, but you have to buy it extra. With these also, you do have to buy it extra, but you can customize it with the specific tools that you want to put in here. So that way you don't have unnecessary tools or just collecting dust. You can remove the tools, swap it out with others depending on what you actually need day to day. And that's what's really cool with both the Flex Companion and the Mini Flex Companion. So if you don't care about, let's say, a saw on, let's say, the Leatherman Arc or a file, then you can have a multi-tool that doesn't have those things. So first, let's talk about the original, the Flex Companion. This is basically one of the core tools in Roxon's modular lineup. The frame allows you to run multiple interchangeable tool modules that slide in and out depending on how you want to configure it. You guys just saw me put it together with the tools that are on here. Very simple. It has like house keys, has a file with a ruler on the other side, and then a left-handed blade, which you can actually choose from, which is really cool. You got a pocket clip right here, which I already feel I'm going to have feedback about because there's no way to put it on this side. Or maybe there is, and I just got to play with it, but it looks like there's an indentation right here, which allows the pocket clip to stay in place, which I don't have here. So I have a left-handed blade, but I have to pull that out of my right pocket. Don't really like that. This feature right here is pretty much what allows you to deploy and redeploy the actual tools that are on the inside. And then you can switch out the different tools with whatever flat type tools you'd like, which they sell on their website. So now let's talk about the Mini Flex Companion. It's pretty much the little brother to the Flex Companion. It's a lot more compact and pocket friendly. It's something I could easily see living inside of that fifth pocket, along with maybe a pouch or a sling or a pocket organizer for someone trying to keep their EDC super lightweight. But even though it's smaller, it still follows the same philosophy and footprint. You can swap the tools out depending on how you want to build it. So you're still getting that customizable setup, just in a smaller footprint. They pretty much sent me the Flex Companion naked with just plastic spacer inserts. It's going to be all these little guys right here. And that way I can customize it with whatever tools I want to put in. They actually just sent me 4 tools essentially. And that is the left-handed knife. And then you have that file with a ruler on the back. And then you have 2 keys, essentially, 2 house keys, or, you know, storage keys or whatever you want to do it. So you can bring this to your local Lowe's, Home Depot, or wherever they make keys like Walmart, and then cut out specific key that you want. But now let's talk about what I said in the beginning versus Arc and Roxon. Now I want to be fair here. For me personally, the Flex Companion and the Mini Flex Companion probably won't completely replace my Leatherman Arc. And the reason is very simple. I depend heavily on pliers in my everyday life. I probably use it more, if not just as much as a knife or any form of blade. So whether it's grabbing something small, tightening something down, or really bending something into place, the pliers on the Leatherman Arc is unmatched, truly. And for me personally, it gets used quite a bit. So if you're someone like me who relies on the pliers pretty frequently, the Flex Companion lineup might not fully replace a traditional multi-tool like the Leatherman Arc. However, I think the more fair comparison from Roxon would be their Flex Modular or the Flex Titan, because those do have pliers. I don't have those personally, but maybe I can review that in the future and give you a fair comparison to see if it can stand the test and replace this tool right here. Cool thing about those models also is that it is modular, where you can switch out the different tools. So you can essentially have your Leatherman Arc with all the tools that you need and that you truly use on a day-to-day basis. That's where Roxon really stands out against the competition, and it gets even more interesting. So you get that core multi-tool functionality, but you can really still customize it however you carry. That's something I wish truly that more multi-tool companies experimented with. But back to the companion. So who is this system for? I think Roxon's modular system is really appealing for people who like customizable gear and want to reduce all that pocket weight, or want a multi-tool that's built around their lifestyle, or just want something that's different from the traditional multi-tool setup and maybe can replace a Swiss Army knife. So instead of carrying tools just in case, you're carrying tools with intention. And that aligns really well with how a lot of us build our everyday carry. So right now, the Flex Companion feels more like a customizable EDC tool rather than a full replacement for my Leatherman Arc. But I'm definitely interested in checking out the Flex Modular or Flex Titan, because those might be a more direct comparison to my trusted Leatherman Arc. But I want to hear from you. Would you rather carry a multi-tool that has every tool built in, or would you carry one that is more customizable with tools that you will actually carry? Let me know down in the comments below. So I want to say thank you again for sending these over, Roxon. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Walk back.